What is going on? It is Nate the Game Guy coming back with another video at hand. And today I want to talk about reasons as to why you should consider being a game collector. I've been a game collector for quite a while now. I have 2 complete sets in my game collection. I almost have a complete N-Gage set, and I am currently working on the Sega Dreamcast set. I have about 3,400 games in the game room, so as you can probably imagine, I am very passionate about this hobby. Now, of course, being a game collector isn't all perfect, not all sunshine and rainbows. Just like every hobby, there are some pros and cons to it. But of course, in this video, I'm only going to talk about the good things and the reasons as to why you may want to consider being a game collector. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video's topic right after the intro. Now, I want to start things off strong with one of my favorite reasons as to why you should consider being a game collector, and that is the fact that all the games in your collection are yours and yours only. You don't have to worry about like a game coming off of Game Pass and you no longer have access to it. You don't have to worry about digital rights or DRM, especially since we are moving into a digital era where unfortunately the game industry is moving away from physical media very slowly but surely. Thankfully, when you have a game collection that is yours, you don't have to worry about anybody taking it away from you, unless if you've got like some kind of home invasion or whatever, right? Like that, right? I'm not really going to talk about that in this video, but what I am going to talk about is the fact that, once you get a game collection that is yours, you get to enjoy it for games that you have full access to. You will always have access to playing these games whenever you want, unless if you decide one day you either are no longer interested in the games, you just want to sell them off. But for the most part, they're basically yours to keep forever for as long as you want it to have in your collection. It is a big plus when being a game collector. Of course, I do have a video where I talk about why I strongly believe physical media is a must and why I am a huge defender of physical media. In this video, I'll be linking somewhere right here, so be sure to go check that out. But for the most part, being a game collector where you own all the games that you have in your collection, and essentially, like I said, it's yours to keep for as long as you want it to be, it is a big plus. So with that being said, I would strongly urge people that are considering being a game collector to keep that benefit in mind. Now, another great reason that you should think of when it comes to why you should consider being a game collector is that it's a hobby that's perfect for any weather. Let's face it, there are a lot of hobbies that weather can put a great impact on. For example, if you're into snowboarding and skiing, you gotta wait until winter. Like once winter's gone, you're not gonna be doing that hobby for quite a while. If it's really, really hot out, like, if you really enjoy like hiking or just really outdoorsy activities. I don't know about you, but I don't really like doing a lot of physical activity when it's like really, really hot out. And unfortunately for me, I do have some hobbies when I'm not playing video games that they're not really fun to do, like outside when it's like really, really, really hot. So of course, what's nice about being a game collector is if it's like a total blizzard outside, or if you're being cooked in a heat wave or whatever, and as long as you've got like a climate controlled area where you've got air conditioning and heating and all that wonderful stuff, being a game collector is not really going to have so much of an impact when like it's really hot out or when it's cold out. You get to enjoy it at pretty much any day when it's like whatever weather it is. So that's kind of like one thing that a lot of people don't even think of because it's just taken for granted so easily, is the fact that, there are some things that you just can't do when it's like super, super hot or super, super cold. And thankfully, when being a game collector, it is one of those hobbies where no matter what the weather is, it's always a great day to enjoy being a game collector. Now, this kind of ties into my first reason a little bit, but what I want to talk about in this segment right here into why you should consider being a game collector is the fact that I think looking at games sitting on a shelf looks a lot cooler than seeing like games like on a list like on your screen. So you know what I mean, right? Where essentially you'll go on to your PS5, Switch, Series X or whatever, and you see all the games that you've got downloaded, or if they're on Game Pass or whatever, and you've got like this huge list of games that you can scroll through or whatever. I think looking at games on a shelf is much more cooler than seeing it just like some giant library that's like on your television screen. There's just something about like, you know, being able to pick a game up off of a shelf and being able to pop it into your game console. So like right here, I've got like Cross Edge, Brutal Legend, Def Jam Icon. Now, of course, you can't really see my Super Nintendo games right now, basically as to how I've got them placed on the shelf, but like, you know, I've got like Doom right here. Here's another great game, Mega Man X. This is a phenomenal game, right? I just think, like I said, it looks a lot cooler seeing your games put onto a shelf instead of having it like on a screen or whatever. And it just kind of has like that more traditional approach to it. So if you are somebody that really enjoys like the traditional approach to things, and you know, you just kind of find a little bit of enjoyment seeing things being put onto a shelf and seeing it displayed onto a shelf, that's another thing as to what you should probably consider as to why you may want to be a game collector, is because, like I said, I just think there's a much better experience being able to see things on a shelf and take things off of a shelf than just loading up a bunch of games that are off of like some subscription or hard drive and scrolling it through on your TV. But yeah, just one more thing to keep in mind as to why you may want to consider being a game collector. Now, another awesome reason as to why you should consider being a game collector is the fact that it's really easy to enjoy memories. So a lot of people can make the argument that there is emulation or there's remasters or whatever, right? And that, of course, those are things that you can decide to do if you want to relive some of those memories. But me personally, I like to have the original game, the original hardware, the original controller, and kind of have that original experience. I think there is nothing better than picking up a copy of Sonic Adventure 2, hooking up the Sega Dreamcast, turning on the TV, hearing that little Dreamcast sound play, and feel it like the Dreamcast controller in your hand, and see some of those visuals pop up on the VMU. I think that is a type of experience that you just simply cannot replicate on an emulator to that varying degree. I think, in my opinion, when being a game collector, it just offers a truly different experience when it comes to reliving some of those memories that just simply a remaster of a game or emulators or whatever the case may be. I just think that being a game collector offers a totally different experience when it comes to reliving some of those memories. And this is my personal preference, of course, when it comes to reliving some of those memories. But of course, there are a ton of people that will vouch me out on this when it comes to being a game collector, that yes, it's a truly different experience, of course, in a good way, when it comes to reliving some of those memories with some of those old games that you used to play back in the day. Alright, and that is going to conclude my video as to why you should consider being a game collector. What do you guys think? What are some of your favorite reasons to be a game collector? Feel free to comment in the comment section down below. I would love to see what everybody says as to why they enjoy being a game collector or why they're considering being a game collector. Give this video a like if you did enjoy. Helps boost it up into the YouTube algorithm so more viewers such as you can find videos just like this Of course, please do consider subscribing because I post a ton of content when it comes to game collecting tips, and other video game related subjects. So if that is something that you guys are interested in, please do consider subscribing. But if you're going to subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell notification button so that way you will be notified when I upload a video just like this. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll be seeing you guys